Hey everyone, so I got a tutorial here today to show you how you can make some nice techno chords just using Ableton's Resonator and a couple good drum hits to make something that sounds like this. So that's a pretty classic sounding chord that you've probably heard a lot, but it's a good one to kind of have in your tool bag in which you can further distort and twist into your own liking. So what I did was I found these are all stock Ableton samples. They have these 3K samples, some nice noise, a little gritty, which is kind of what I was looking for, something that was a little bit more noisy. And if you take those sounds and just drop a resonator with the Berlin preset, the first preset, you get yourself a kind of very straight up minor chord here that sounds something like this. And what I like to do is just set the root note to C so that it'll line up with your sampler when you drop them in. And then I increase the decay time so I can get as long of a tail as possible, and I'll turn the dry wet up a little bit so that I get a little bit of the drum sound, but most of it's the chord. And also, in one of the earlier tutorials I made a lo-fi rack for drums and other distortion. It's just a simple distortion rack, and you can add some of that to it if you want. Turn this tone up, pull the drive back a little. Okay. So that just adds a little bit of bite to it. And then what I'll do is just go ahead and record these. Put it in resample mode here. Oh, that's not what I want. Make an audio track. Put it in resample mode. And then I'll just record these sounds in. Make sure I get all the tail. Leave it recording so I can get it all. And then just come in here and crop these. Actually, I'm going to name them first. Kick, snare, rim, and then I'll crop them that way that the name will adhere to the file. Snare, and lastly the rim shot. Okay, and then we're going to drop them into a simpler. What I've made is I've made my own default simpler rack here, which I like to start off with. And the reason why I use it because I already have macros assigned to it, so it's a little bit faster for me to just start tweaking stuff. And I've just got a frequency mapped the macro to the frequency of the filter, the resonance of the filter envelope, filter decay, and then some quick and easy attack and release controls. And then I've gone through and I've already kind of mapped them out in a way that's sort of basic for what I want to do. It's an easy thing to set up for yourself. And okay, so we have our simple here, and we're going to drop our kick in, and we'll turn the loop and the warp mode off. And turn some of this up a little bit. Okay, so that's just a basic shot there. So let's run our loop here. And I'm going to stack all these sounds So we'll make another one of these. And this one I'm going to throw the snare in here. Take the loop and the warp off. Make another one. Drag the rim shot for this one. Same thing, take the warp and the loop off. And then you get a little bit of a thicker, more richer sound. And you can mix these in, and pan them a little bit if you want. Make them a little wider. That's it. It's a pretty simple way to just go ahead and get yourself a nice, basic, classic, techno kind of sounding rack. And if you wanted to, you can even further add some more distortion onto it again. Maybe put a glue compressor at the end of it to try to tighten up the sound. But this is a pretty simple and useful rack to have, I think, in your presets. So hope you enjoyed it. Click the subscribe button at the bottom, and you'll be able to keep up to date on the new videos as we make them. Have a good one. Bye.